In today's video, I'm going to give you a real-life family of 6 trip to Cape May, New Jersey. We had a beautiful time, and I can't wait to share our tips, tricks, and all the fun we had on our mini vacation in Cape May, New Jersey. Hello and welcome to my channel, and I want this video to be super duper informative. If you're anything like us, you don't vacation too often. We do a lot of mini trips like this. We are huge Disney people, but we all know the expense that can bring, especially with a big family like ours. So we really like to get away when we can on these little trips here and there that are driving distance from where we live, and this one fit the bill perfectly. We have 4 kiddos, 7, 10, 12, and 14. So this sort of trip really checks all the boxes for all our kids because there's always something for everyone to do, including mommy, who loves Cape May. I absolutely love it here. There's nothing not to love in Cape May. It is just beautiful. The scenery is beautiful. Even though we're only about an hour and 45 minutes away from our home, it definitely feels like we are in another world when we are down here in Cape May. Okay guys, so we stayed at the Periwinkle Inn. As you can see, it is directly across from the beach, so the location was great. If you want easy access to the beach, it was wonderful. Super kid-friendly, lots of activities to do, cornhole, shuffleboard, those kind of things. The pool was really accessible from all the rooms, so that was fun too. Being a family of 6, we stayed in the standalone building that is still the Periwinkle Inn, so that was kind of fun. The kids almost felt like they were in their own separate resort. Here's a view of the inn from the beach, and that's where we headed to first. Our room wasn't quite ready yet, so we thought we would spend our first day here in Cape May at the beach. Now, we did 3 days here, 2 nights, 3 days, and like I mentioned earlier, we live about an hour and 45 minutes north of Cape May. So to come here is really just a very enjoyable trip. It's not a long car ride, and there is so much to do here. And the best part about it is there's so much stuff for the kids to do, but my husband and I equally enjoy everything about Cape May. We decided to go for a walk here to get some lunch. So I'm showing you the scenery, and the lawns are just kept so nicely. Everything is manicured so beautifully, just flowers and all the Victorian homes that Cape May is known for, hotels, bed and breakfast. It really is just exquisite. Makes you really feel like you're in a different world when you're down here, which is exactly what we need when we go anywhere or try to get away. Now we're headed to this area here for lunch, and let me tell you, this was perfect. My husband had a hankering for a lobster roll. My 2 other boys wanted mac and cheese and chicken fingers. My daughter wanted a crepe. My oldest one wanted a sandwich. So this little hub here of different restaurants worked just perfectly, and it's right across the street from the convention hall, which I'll show you in a little bit as well. The crepe my daughter got was bigger than her head. It was, of course, a Nutella crepe, but they had so many different kinds to get. It was so yummy. My oldest is very minimal, so he's just a turkey and cheese kind of kid, nothing on it. But that Stockton place was full of different sandwiches, and here's my hubby's lobster roll. The lobster on here was beefy, so he said it was so delicious. So highly recommend this area here, which is located on Beach Avenue, right across the street from the convention center. If you have a lot of different kiddos, a lot of different ages, a lot of different interests, a lot of different food preferences like we do, then this place will be perfect for you. We happened to be down here on a weekend where they were having a little craft festival, which is right up my alley. So me and my older son went ahead and just kind of strolled over here and looked around. And this was the weekend of July 12th and the 13th. So I don't know if they typically do them around the same time every year, but that's when we were there and it was going on. Here in the convention hall, we just walked in, kind of wanted to check it out. I love that all these pamphlets and these type of things are still a thing and that it's not all gone completely digital. We are such tourists no matter where we go. It doesn't matter how far we are or not far. I love grabbing all these things and really hunkering down and figuring out what it is we can do where we are, and I love it. So we're in here, and my son's the same way, so we're just kind of checking everything out. You will always know what's going on here because they have everything up, times and locations, and so many fun things to do with the kiddos. After we got our collection of pamphlets, we stepped outside here from the convention center. It's just kind of like a big deck area that overlooks the beach, so we just gave that a look before we started strolling down Beach Avenue, going back towards the Periwinkle Inn and the beach. But just so many beautiful shops, so fun. I mean, I can get lost in these shops forever, but it's kind of just fun to go in and browse. They had the cutest little kids clothes so I always get sucked into there. And of course they have the good old arcade that our kids always want to visit. Honestly though, one of the things that we like about Cape May is that it's not just a bunch of arcades and rides, and that's all fun and it all has its place. But here it's a little bit slower, a little bit quieter, but there's still so much to do. I really want to get back here in the fall. It's probably not going to happen with school and everything going on, but they have a ton of monarchs that fly through Cape May at that time, butterflies, and I'm sure that's such a beautiful experience. Here I'm showing you the separate kind of house, if you can say, that our room is in, and my kids were chomping at the bit. They couldn't wait to get in. It was fine enough. The upstairs housed 2 queen beds, the downstairs housed a pull-out couch, so my kiddos winded up ransacking the upstairs, and they were up there, and my husband and I had the wonderful luxury of sleeping on the pull-out couch, which made our bed at home feel a lot better than it actually is, but it's okay. We took one for the team so the kids can all be nice and have their space upstairs. So that was kind of the room that had the pull-out couch, and then it had 3 staircases to get upstairs. So this is not a wheelchair accessible suite or anything like that. You do have to climb these stairs to get up there, but 2 queen beds. There was a cute deck that kind of overlooked the beach, which I don't think we really ever utilized, but it was nice to know that it was there. It was really pretty looking out at the beach from our room. And all in all, it was great. I did love the location being right across the street. It was a little bit farther of a walk to get to kind of the Washington Mall and that area that we're going to show you soon. But all in all, it was nice, and the kids had a good time here. They enjoyed the pool. After spending the day at the beach, we stopped at Harry's Ocean Bar and Grill for a quick bite of dinner, and this delicious mango margarita was perfection. After dinner, we headed down to what Cape May is known for, its Sunset Beach. And I'm going to show you the beach in just a hot minute, but oh my gosh, absolutely beautiful. I had heard about it from a friend previously, but I really didn't know too much about it. It is located in Lower Township at the very end of Sunset Boulevard, and it is a very famous place for watching the sunset. Now, we got here early this day. It was around 5 o'clock, and the sun was set to go down about 8:30 this night. So there is a beautiful miniature golf course right over here, right by the beach. So the kiddos, of course, always want to play a great game of miniature golf. My kids are very competitive. My husband is the scorekeeper. It is a very intense game. So my kids were really into it, and the flowers, the hibiscus, just so pretty. I love just sitting there and taking it all in and looking at the scenery and just the beautiful manicured landscaping. After the kiddos' intense game of mini golf, we checked out the gift shop, which was rather big, had lots of nice things to look at. We went ahead and walked down to the beach, and it's definitely a little rocky. There's things called Cape May diamonds that you can find. My son had a fun time trying to hunt those down. So it's definitely a little bit of a rockier beach, but once you get past that and you get to the sands and you sit yourself down, it was so relaxing and so nice to see the sun going down. And the 2 nights that we came to this beach, both nights were actually a little bit cloudy, so we didn't get to see the full effect, but man, it was still just so nice.
Thank our veterans and those who are currently serving our great nation.
I'm going to let you listen in now on a beautiful ceremony honoring veterans, and it really was a tearjerker moment.
Kate Smith sing God Bless America, followed by the national. Stand up. Hat off. Hat off.
This flag ceremony is something that they do nightly throughout the summer months here at Sunset Beach, and it really was a touching moment. They pick a veteran to honor, and their family is there as they lower the flag, and you just have this beautiful backdrop. It was unexpected. We did not know that they did this, but it was a very special and wonderful treat to get to witness here at this beach. We decided to end our first night in Cape May here with none other than a stop at the ice cream shop. This is King's Ice Cream Parlor. Adorable. There's a seashell chandelier, delicious flavors for your ice cream, even has adorable little gift shop in here as well, and it was just the perfect ending to our first day here in Cape May. We started off day 2 here in Cape May at Uncle Bill's breakfast spot, and it was very yummy. The kids had delicious pancakes. Everyone had some full bellies. Before we went on to our next adventure, we strolled through Washington Mall here. It was very quiet at this time. It was very early in the morning. It was around 8 a.m. Nothing was really open yet. The streets were getting cleaned. So we took a little bit of a stroll because we're going to be heading to Revolution Rail Company to do some sightseeing on a really cool rail bike, which I'm super excited to share with you because we absolutely loved it. 10 a.m. reservations for the Revolution Rail Company, and this is basically a bike that rides the old train tracks, and it is so cool. We're a family of 6, so we had to get a quad bike which seats 4, and then a duo bike which seats 2. So it was my 2 middles that you can see there right in front. My daughter Emmy and my son Jack were on the twofer, and my husband and myself, as long as our oldest, who is 14, and our youngest, who is 7, was on the quad. And this was so cool. Now, if you know me, you know I'm not an adventurous person. I get anxious very easily. This was so chill, and there is no age minimum to this. You can even have a baby in a kind of a baby Bjorn on you and do this. There is no age maximum for this. You do not have to pedal. My youngest actually could not, even with the seat all the way up. The seats do adjust. He still had trouble kind of keeping his feet on the pedals, and he's 7. But it didn't matter because you only need one person to truly pedal, and even the pedaling was nothing. They rode so easily, as you can see here. Angelo was just chilling out. He loved that he didn't have to do any of the work, and so did Mommy. I was just relaxing, taking in all the sights. And Cape May is also a super rich in history. There's so much to know about and do. If you're an historian, if you like the history buff, then Cape May is another really interesting place to come to and kind of learn about. They give you a tour basically when we get to the end of these train tracks of kind of the history of the railway, and the history of why the bridge no longer goes across the way, which actually has to do with Sandy affecting the electrical services of the bridge. So we do actually go to that point. We get off, we can take pictures, then we head back in the same direction that we came, and we will make a stop at the Garrett Family Preserve, which is another beautiful area. And then you also get to take a really nice picture with your family. One of the guides will stop kind of over a bridge area and take a picture of your whole group together. And it was just a really nice, low-key, but beautiful and fun experience for the entire family. This is the area here where we stopped, and you can no longer continue because the bridge is out, and the tour guide just really gives you a very informative speech about the history of everything having to do with the railway, and even then some. And then the other instructors are flipping your bikes around, and you will make your way back to the station, but not before first stopping at that Garrett Family Preserve and also taking a beautiful picture over the bridge. The wonderful instructor also gave us some history about this preserve, and in the fall, this is an area where all those monarch butterflies migrate through, and it's really interesting, and it's a place that I would love to be able to come to and experience in the fall. Now we're gonna head back to the station. This was such a beautiful trip, and I really do recommend it for any family, big or small. Doesn't matter how old your kiddos are. I think you're really going to enjoy it. After all the fun we had on the bikes, we decided to get a little bit of pool time in before heading back down towards the Washington Street Mall. Now this is an open air mall with dining and shopping and so much fun things to do. We stopped at the pizzeria here to get some delicious pizza, so that was a really quick and delicious lunch. So nice to walk around here, so many things to look at, so many things to do. There's even a little inside mall where they had the upstairs and downstairs, and the kids had a lot of fun just kind of looking through everything. I love these kind of shops. I love going through all the handmade pieces and just unique and beautiful things that all of these shops have to offer. A bunch of crocheted pickles. How fun are these blind dates with the book? I'm not a huge book reader, but I think that these are just adorable enough to make me one. I came, I saw I had anxiety, I left. That's basically my motto. It's so much fun here. The kids love the toy store, of course. And where would you be when you're on a tourist vacation without having all the touristy clothing and sweatshirts? Wear something just as special as you are. I thought that was such a sweet thing to put on a sign outside of a little boutique. Here we are with the signs. This is all up my alley. They even had some really cute Christmas things. This shop here had a ton of flags, seasonal. They had everything. Tons of fall flags. I saw a really cute Christmas in July type flag that I thought would be adorable to hang out now. So fun. We wouldn't be a beach trip without hitting up an ice cream place at least 2-3 times a day. So we hit up another ice cream place as well. And there's just so many hidden alleyways and flowers, just flowers everywhere you go. It's so pretty. I got myself, it was hot this day. Got myself a frozen coffee. How adorable is this shop? I mean, my daughter and I were like, we have to go in here. And then they had cheetah print staircase. I mean, this has my name written all over it. Best dressed guest. This was the sweetest shop. My boys had no business being in here. I think the worker there was like, what are these kiddos doing in here? But we didn't stay in long. I didn't want to ruin anything, but it was so sweet. We had to go in there. They even have hot pink roses in the front. So stinking cute. We're not huge saltwater taffy lovers. Don't come for me with that, but but of course the Jersey Shore is known for their saltwater taffy. So we went in here and my kids were like, where's all the candy? We're like, saltwater taffy is the candy. So my kids aren't big on the saltwater taffy, but tons of it. And they even have shops with all these sauces and spoons and just so sweet. Of course, I have to go in the Christmas shop because I have to find the Christmas shop no matter where we are. Tons of ornaments. So cute. Absolutely love everything in the store. I want to take it all home with me every time I'm in here, but have to come back to reality and just go around and browse. But do not miss this Christmas shop here at the Washington Street Mall because it is full of so many adorable goodies. On our walk back home, or I should say back towards the hotel, there was, of course, another mini golf. So my kiddos had to have their hand at it. So we stopped here. And at first glance, it didn't really seem like anything too special. But once we got on it, it was beautiful. It was maintained so nicely. There was even a golf ball washer that my kids were obsessed with. The ball definitely did not need to be cleaned, but they really enjoyed doing that. Every so many feet there was another one, so that was a fun surprise for them. There were just bunnies everywhere and waterfalls and beautiful flowers. Really just brings up the miniature golf experience up a notch, and we had such a fun time here.
Somebody near, it's open for tonight, it's not too late. My
for dinner this night, we opted for the Willow Creek Winery. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I always want to go to wineries. We have some beautiful ones close to home as well, and we just never get there. So we thought this would be a really nice, sweet treat for all of us to stop at. And we ate outside over here in the beautiful patio amongst all the beautiful grapevines, had a delicious charcuterie board, and of course, a delicious glass of some cranberry wine to really just set the tone for this really fun and beautiful and relaxing day.
Are we at the end or are we at the start? 129 beats per minute from my heart. Anywhere we go is where I long to roam, night or day. I'm taking you all the way, 'cause my heart screams, let me carry you.
Our second night there at Cape May at the Sunset Beach again, and started our last morning here at the beach across the street from the hotel, where we saw dolphins, and my son was having a ball with these sand crabs. No sand crab was harmed. They were put back in their rightful place, and we did have to say goodbye to the Periwinkle Inn on this third day, which is our last day. But man, did we pack in a ton of fun on this day. And we decided to visit the Cape May Lighthouse, which was a fun and quick thing to do if you're just kind of looking for something to fill time. It definitely is beautiful scenery. It is a little tight in there, just keep in mind. It looks taller than it feels going up. There was a point in there where I was like, for me, it's not so much the height as it is the claustrophobia of being in the staircase, but it really isn't that bad. But just do keep that in mind. This was like a 95-degree day, so it was a little warm in there, but the sights from the top were really beautiful. The kids enjoyed seeing it. They really liked going up, and they liked going back down in the staircase. They had a good time spiraling their way both up and down, but it was a fun experience there too. For lunch, we decided to head back towards Beach Avenue and go to Taco Cabalito. We had a delicious coconut mojito, and these bowls were top-notch, so good. Highly recommend if you like Mexican. Then I did a little something for me. This was actually my birthday this day, and all I wanted to do was get to the Cape May Antique Center. I just wanted to go in and I wanted to look around. Believe it or not, this was my first time going into an antique mall where they have kind of these individual booths. I'm looking forward to doing a ton more of that. There's so many back towards home where we live that I have on my bucket list of trying to get to. But this was a really fun first experience. I didn't wind up buying anything, but I definitely had to pull in the reins. I really wasn't coming in here to purchase anything. I just kind of wanted to see what it was all about. So fun to find like an old KFC bucket. They wanted like over $100 for this old McDonald's playset. There was a spinning wheel, so many beautiful things to look at. So if you are in the Cape May area and love antiquing, this is definitely a place that was worth coming into. Now I had my older two came in with me. I did not want my younger two to come in. It's just not really a place for the younger kiddos to be hanging out in. I don't want them to break anything, so they were in the car with my hubby. So I kind of was on a limited time restraint here looking around, but I was happy that I was able to get in here. Thought this board game was super fun, but it said it was missing pieces. Some wooden shoe forms. There was so many things. These older toys. I just love looking at nostalgic pieces like this. So fun. And I am actually very regretful, especially looking back at this video, to not get this. This was an antique high chair. It was marked down to $48. I'm kicking myself for not getting that. I could have used that for so many different things. It's styled throughout the house, but that's okay. I'm sure there will be more finds like that in the future, but this was just a really fun and beautifully kept place. So if you're in the Cape May area and love doing yourself some antiquing, do yourself a favor and come to the Cape May Antique Center for sure. So many beautiful finds.
Somebody near. It's open for tonight. It's not too late. My mind says yes. You've been here for quite some time, but my heart tells me you should stay a little while. Are we at the end or are we at the start? 129 beats per minute from my heart. Anywhere we go is where I long to roam. Night or day, I'm taking you all the way, 'cause my heart screams, let me carry you home.
After our quick stop at the Antique Center, we headed over to the Cape May Zoo. Now, this is such a treasure. This zoo is 100% free, and it is not just a rinky-dinky zoo where you're gonna see a little cute goat and be on your way. It is a full-blown working zoo. So many animals to see, like these guys over here. I mean, this cow is just so cute. There were peacocks roaming everywhere, bald eagles, again with the scenery and just everything kept so beautifully. The Cape May Zoo is something that is so affordable because it is free. So if you have a big family, you definitely have to stop here. It doesn't matter if you come for an hour or two or spend the day. It is definitely a place you have to hit if you're in the southern New Jersey area. My son got a kick over all those turtles, and they have this really fun wall to see how far you can jump, if you can jump as far as a kangaroo. And we just had a really fun time here. We spent about 2 hours there at the Cape May Zoo, and then we started on our trek back home. But anytime we come from the southern area, we always have to stop at Smithville, and it's about, I want to say it was about 20 minutes or to a half an hour north of Cape May, and it is beautiful. Another place that is just so nice to walk around in. They have shops. Now, this was a Monday evening, so it was not very crowded, which is a great time to go and really enjoy yourself and walk around with not having a bunch of people in the shops, but so cute. Tons of arts and crafts stuff, handmade, so many different places, tons of seasonal. I can spend the whole day here, and they always have tons of events going on over here. If you come on a weekend, they are slam packed with people. And this is also usually our stop on the way home from Storybook Land, which is a place that we did not venture to this time. But if you have little kiddos in your life, you need to go to Storybook Land. It is another beautiful kept theme park, not your typical craziness. It's just beautiful, and I highly recommend you going there as well. 2 regretful non-purchases were that ladder I just showed you out front and that high chair from the Antique Center. But look at these adorable ladders here, and they were so affordable, so fun to decorate with. These are things I would totally use throughout our home to decorate with. They were so fun. I'm kicking myself for not getting that ladder outside. If you're in the area and looking for something fun to do with the kiddos, I highly recommend taking a summer trip to Cape May. I think that you will have so much fun. We cannot wait to go back during the Christmas time. That's always been a bucket list thing for me. They do so much there during the Christmas holiday season, so I really hope to be able to get there this year. I want to thank you so much for hanging with us here in Cape May with my family and I. We had a fabulous time. I hope that this gave you some ideas of what you can do if you're in the area and want to spend a day or 2 or 3. There is so much fun to be had here. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I would love to have you, and I'm looking very forward to seeing you in the next one. Hope you're all having a wonderful, fabulous summer.
Losing sleep, what to do? Could somebody come and can take me away. I've been in the tea without you, and I got it in my head night and day. But we are one step closer. We're all in this together. Put your hand in mine. Yeah, we are one step closer. Can you feel it, baby? It's the end of the line. It looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, moving on. Oh, oh. It looks like we made it.